You know, speaking of other products, I know we've talked about the motor, and I'm going to talk about it every time because I want to see you guys get into refrigeration. This is as easy as retrofitting a ballast. I cannot stress this enough. I say that every time that I bring this motor up. But this is a very simplistic motor. The price point on this motor is far below the ComEd financial incentive, which should make you want to get this motor in. I don't know if I have any refrigeration guys here. I don't know if anybody's got experience. All right, I do got one in the back. So I've got experience using this motor at all, the blue. Have you used the orange? This is much better than the orange. A lot simplistic. That's what I wanted to hear. Because you understand the difference between the orange and the blue. The blue is a lot more simplistic to use. It's a lot more installer friendly, and that's why we brought it to the table, because we want to encourage you to get into refrigeration. It's not that difficult. It sounds scary when you say refrigeration. You don't want to get in and ruin someone's cooler or destroy perishable items. That's not what you're doing. You're simply getting rid of shaded pull motors and using an ECM motor that has a variable speed that couples to a fan controller that helps us even reduce energy consumption even better. On average, about 160 watts is consumed by a motor, which is shaded pull. When we come through and we put a blue motor in, even in its high mode, we're only using about 60 watts of power. And then when we can come into a low mode, which is very often, especially during closed hours for a customer, you're going to see it all the way down to 2 watts. That savings cannot be replicated in any other thing that we're doing outside of maybe anti-sweat door heat.
Right.
So these are some of the biggest energy savings that you can get for the buck. And because again, the price point for the motor versus the price point that ComEd is putting out there, you should really be encouraged to do this. And hey, we got a refrigeration guy. Network with one another. You plug them into some of your lighting jobs. Maybe you're doing convenience stores, liquor stores. Guaranteed they're going to have these motors. Maybe 10 or 15 of them. Don't walk past the profit. It's your money. So.
And not only that, these motors, because of the energy savings, it actually make your lighting project a lot more lucrative.
Yes.
A lot more lucrative, especially if you're dealing with a convenience store, gas stations, even the bigger warehouses like that is cold storage. I mean, you can simplify, a lighting job that might take 2-year payback. If you include refrigeration, you can bring it down to a year, sometimes even under the year. And that really what sells the project. So they're doing the lighting now with refrigeration, you made it even that much better, right? So use that as a tool to sell and close more jobs than just the ease of install is there, the financial incentives are there, all those things are great. But the more jobs we're gonna close, the more money we're all gonna make, right? So use that tool. Use that tool. Motors are very simplified. Again, plug and play. We took the whole guessing game out of the picture. Like it's all plugged with each other. It has an app. It connects to it. We sell these wireless programmer. Bluetooth. It connects to your phone. You can control the motor from your phone. If there's a troubleshoot need to be done, you can literally plug this with the motor, and it can talk to your phone. You can change the speed, you can change the direction. It even give you the error code, where the error code is, right? So you can, again, fix the motor in a short amount of time instead of trying to dissect everything and then try to figure out what needs to be done, right? So again, simplification. That's what we did with this motor. They have a 3.3 standard motor, and then they have a reach-in motor as well. That basically used for the walk-in coolers. Not the walk-in coolers, the reach-in coolers, where they have the motors either on top or at the bottom, and you can replace those. This year, ComEd is focusing heavily on the reach-in motor, just because the opportunity is so big. It's such an untapped market that you wanna, whenever you sell a project, make sure look for those motors, because believe it or not, it will make a big difference. Big difference.
While you're doing motors, again, one product does help another, as Peter said. That's how you get that better payback, and that's what sells jobs, ROI, return on investment. Let's not forget the fact that we do have air curtains, both freezer and cooler, which ComEd does pay very lucratively on, and also a big savings in energy for your customer. Again, these are technologies that you want to couple together. It just makes you look more dynamic. We have cooler lights, which I know you've all seen in our 6'5" and 4 foot and 65K. And we also have night curtains for any open cooler where you can just reach in and grab a product. At night when it's closed, here's the best product that you can give your customer. A simple curtain that you can pull over his cooler and keep it cool overnight. Then you just simply open it up in the morning and it's ready to go. So these are things that we see getting overlooked a lot in a lot of these facilities, and they're very simple, very easy technology for you to install. These are literally 5-minute install items. They're so simple. Once you do it once, you'll never walk past it ever again because it's a profit center for you.
Yeah.
There is a lot of money that you can squeeze out of a facility if you stop and take a look at all the technologies that you might not be doing today. You'll get a better ROI, your customer will get a better experience, he'll save more energy, and ComEd will shine upon you.
Absolutely. I mean, think about all the supermarkets. Really.
Do those curtains come in different widths or just the?
4 foot and 6 foot. Yeah. Those are the most common. I think it will capture about 98% of that market.
The air curtains.
The air? No,
Oh.
he's talking about the night curtains.
Oh, the night curtains, yeah.
And then the air curtains, it's just brackets and you just plug them in.
Right.
If you need to cut at the bottom,
2 tech screws.
it's as simple as very easy to cut it at the bottom. So again, very lucrative product, great rebates from ComEd and different utility company, not just ComEd. If you do
Yes.
project around the country, every program nowadays some sort of refrigeration measures in the program because they understand how big this energy savings are really. So almost every program has a refrigeration now added along with the lighting. So if you're doing project nationwide, something to consider, something to think about. It's a great application for supermarket. The night covers, great application for supermarket. There's so many open coolers, so many open coolers.
Think about every
Customers will
supermarket
appreciate
you've walked into, how many reach-in coolers, flat, the big chest coolers that you just reach into, that's got all the frozen foods, that cool temperature is just rising out all night long. That night curtain will definitely save a tremendous amount of energy for them.
Absolutely.
And think about this in the wintertime, they're heating a building, but yet have a cooler that's just cooling the building. They're fighting each other, it's just senseless. So,
It is.
good opportunity to separate the two environments and save some additional energy.
Absolutely.